Some people believe that soccer is a matter of life and death. I am very disappointed with that attitude. I can assure you it is much, much more important than that. This was said by Bill Shankly. He was the coach for Liverpool Football Club in the 1980s. For many people, soccer was a game from their childhood. They played it in grade school and at recess with their friends, along with hopscotch, foursquare, or hide and go seek. But to a certain minority, this quote directly speaks to them and their way of thinking. For a long time, this was how I viewed soccer, and to a certain extent, I still do. I'm going to take you through the early years of my life when I first started playing soccer, to where it became overwhelming and I almost quit it for good, and finally take you through my rediscovery of the joy that it brought me. I first started playing soccer at recess in grade school. My friends and I would play without rules or regulations. We didn't really care about scores either. We just cared about running around, kicking the ball, and each other. It was a lot of fun, and our teachers really enjoyed it too, since we came back from recess exhausted and therefore much quieter. My parents had signed me up for every sport that was available: baseball, basketball, but soccer was the one that I enjoyed the most. I was always shy as a child and didn't talk much, but when I played soccer, it freed me up. There was one game when my coach had moved me from defense to offense for the first time. I never played there before, but I scored 6 goals in the second half of the game to come from behind to win it. My team was so excited they picked me up on their shoulders and carried me off the field. This was the first time that my team had really taken a notice in me, and we were already halfway through the season. It was intoxicating. I'd never really gotten that kind of attention, admiration, or anything else from the players or parents or coaches. Because I was very shy, it really hindered me making friends, but never when I was on the soccer field. On the soccer field, I just felt like I could play and then make friends later, and that's how it always was. But the problem was I started playing more for the attention and admiration because of my skill rather than the joy that soccer brought me. When I was in high school, I started playing on 3 different club teams that played year round. I was playing on an older team, borrowed on a normal team that was my age, and my own team. At first, I really enjoyed it because I really enjoyed playing soccer, but soon after, it started to feel a lot more like work. I stopped getting the attention and admiration that my skill brought me and started getting reprimanded if I didn't produce the same kind of results. I was exhausted physically and mentally, and I was ready to just hang it up and walk away from the game for good. A couple years later, I was hanging out at the mall when a friend approached me from my old soccer days. We started reminiscing about our, time together in school, and he invited me to come play on his adult recreation league. I hadn't played in years, so I politely turned him down, but he kept up. Finally, I gave in and joined his team. I did not regret it. I had remembered the joy that it brought me, and people were playing for fun. And that's what I had forgotten, that soccer was supposed to be fun. I was surrounded by people that were having fun and the joy of the game, and that was intoxicating and contagious. I joined more and more teams until I was playing just about every night of the week. I even started coaching high school soccer and club teams when I wasn't playing. I no longer believe that soccer is a matter of life and death exactly, but I can't dismiss this quote entirely. It's not necessarily a matter of death for me, but for as much as I play it and as much as it is a part of who I am, it is definitely a matter of life. The trials and that I went through when I was in high school, when I ended up quitting, it really helped me out in the long run. It helped me refocus on what's important and reevaluate things in my life. I was able to take a step back and then try to see things as they really were. For instance, soccer. I realized that soccer was not a job. It was supposed to be fun. It was supposed to be a game. So now the most important thing to me with soccer is that I have fun, even if we lose. Soccer is, at its very fundamentals, a game. People seem to forget that. I know I did, but I know I won't forget it again.